Welcome back to the Cone Zone, the place where we talk traffic management, not just as a checklist, but as a craft. In the last episode, we talked about planning, laying the groundwork for a safe and smooth job. Today, we're going deeper into the most critical parts of that plan, staging and sequencing. Because, let's be honest, you can have a perfect layout on paper, but if your crew can't get it on the ground safely in the right order, that plan isn't worth the paper it's printed on. Staging is the sequence of steps we use to set up, maintain, and remove the site. Done well, staging keeps workers out of live lanes for as long as possible, controls traffic safely from the very first cone, and gives road users a clear path from start to finish. Done poorly, staging can leave live lanes unprotected, confuse drivers, and put your crew in harm's way. In other words, staging is where the risk is highest and where good thinking counts the most. One of the biggest mindset shifts with risk-based TTM is that safety starts with cone 1, not once the layout is finished. From the very first sign or cone you put out, you're shaping how drivers behave. If your advanced warning sign is too close, you don't give road users time to react. If your first taper cone is in the wrong spot, drivers may make last-second swerves. Thinking about staging step by step means asking, how do we protect the crew while the site is only half built? How do we give road users clear direction from the start? How do we minimize the time anyone is standing in a live lane? Let's talk about some real-world errors that creep into jobs. Jumping ahead. Putting out tapers before signs, meaning drivers don't get a heads up. Overlapping roles. Too many people in the lane at once, increasing exposure. Picking up in reverse order and leaving workers exposed with no protection. These are the moments where near misses happen and where a solid staging plan pays off. A good sequence is predictable, clear, and repeatable. Start with protection. First cone or sign should slow traffic down and warn them early. Work from the safest point outwards. If there's a shoulder or footpath, use that first. Only enter live lanes when absolutely ready. Keep equipment and crew organised so time on the road is as short as possible. Check each stage before moving to the next. A quick glance to confirm signs, tapers and devices are right can save a lot of grief later. This is where experienced crews shine. If you roll up and traffic is heavier than expected or visibility is low, a good team can adapt the sequence, maybe extend the lead-in taper, add a shadow vehicle, or stage the job at a different time. Risk-based thinking gives us permission to pause, reassess, and build the safest site possible with the conditions we have right now. None of this works without clear comms. Everyone on the crew should know the order of operations before they step onto the site. Toolbox meetings aren't a tick box, they're where you spell out who's putting out which signs, who's controlling traffic, when it's safe to step into the lane. Clear communications means fewer surprises, fewer shouted warnings, and smoother setups. Tearing down a site is where people often relax, and that's when risk can spike. Drivers are already frustrated, workers are tired, and attention slips. Safe destaging means reversing the process carefully. Remove traffic control in a way that still protects the last worker out. Keep warning signs up until there's no more hazard. Clear gear fully off the road before moving to the next site. Every site is a chance to improve staging. Take 5 minutes at the end of the job to ask what worked well, what slowed us down, where were the hairy moments. The feedback loop builds stronger crews and safer jobs over time. That's it for today's episode of The Cone Zone. Staging isn't just a checklist, it's an art form. Get it right and your crew is protected. Traffic keeps moving and everyone finishes the day in one piece. Next episode, we're going to talk about communications on site, from radios to hand signals, and the right message at the right time can prevent incidences before they happen. Until then, stay sharp, stay safe, and if you see me out on the roads, throw me a mana away.